Module Overview. Module 10 serves as the culmination of all preceding modules and marks the transition from theoretical and practical training to professional execution and presentation of finished still-life realism artworks. This module is designed to prepare you for real-world artistic challenges, equipping them with a mastery-level understanding of finishing techniques, artwork preservation, final critique and self-evaluation methods, and professional portfolio development. Here, we explore the deep end of execution, how a realist artist must complete, polish, and present their work for galleries, collectors, competitions, and exhibitions. We will also study critical finishing elements such as varnishing, surface sealing, edge refinement, presentation frames, and signature placements, while discussing how realism demands a level of finish that balances perfection with soul. 1. Final execution, from layer to luminosity. In realism, the final layers of paint or drawing must not just finish the image, they must elevate it. Topics covered: glazing techniques, transparent paint layers used to enrich depth and surface glow, especially in oil painting. Scumbling, light, dry brushed paint used to soften harsh areas and unify tones. Edge control, adjusting edge softness/sharpness to manipulate visual focus. Detail, enhancement, micro-detailing for textures, e.g., condensation on glass, pores on fruit. Color correction layers, adjustments using subtle warm/cool glazes or tonal shifts. This stage is the orchestration of technical, emotional, and compositional elements into a harmonic visual symphony. 2. Surface sealing and preservation. A professional realism artist must ensure their work is archivally protected for longevity. This involves choosing the right varnish. Glossy, brings out color vibrancy and depth. Matte, reduces glare, often preferred for naturalistic pieces. Satin, a hybrid with balanced qualities. Spray versus brush application, tools, distance, technique, and layering. Isolation, layers, intermediate coatings like acrylic medium between paint and varnish to allow safe varnish removal in future. For graphite or charcoal works, use fixatives, e.g., workable fixatives, final fixatives, to protect delicate surfaces. 3. Framing, mounting, and presentation. Finishing a still life painting goes beyond the artwork itself. How it is framed and displayed affects reception, value, and professionalism. Key concepts: framing style should support the artwork's tone, modern minimalist for contemporary works, ornate wooden for classical. Matting, essential for drawings and prints, ensures visual separation between artwork and frame. Glass protection, non-glare, museum quality, UV-resistant glass for dry media. Hardware and hanging systems, wire mounts, D-rings, gallery hooks. Special considerations are covered for exhibition standards, including labeling artwork, placement of artist statement and title placement height, and lighting direction. 4. Signature and artist identity. Signature placement, subtle yet visible. Lower corners are traditional. Consistency. Using the same signature style builds artist identity. Documentation. Maintaining a record of materials used, sizes, and creation dates for professional archiving. You are encouraged to create certificates of authenticity and artist stamps for future commercial work. 5. Critique and self-assessment. Finalizing a realism artwork involves objective and subjective self-evaluation. Topics explored: formal critique process. Describe. What do you see? Analyze. How is it arranged? Interpret. What does it mean? Judge. How successful is it? Rubrics for self-assessment: accuracy of form and proportion, depth and spatial realism, mastery of light, texture, and detail, emotional and conceptual impact, peer review tools, setting up critique circles and using feedback logs. 6. Portfolio creation for professional advancement. To thrive in the professional world, a still life realism artist must possess a carefully curated, thematically cohesive portfolio. Key portfolio elements: diversity within consistency, different subjects, same stylistic signature, progression. Showcase: early versus advanced works to show growth. Clean presentation, high-res photos, 300 dpi or higher. Neutral background for digital files. Image only versus annotated versions. Digital versus physical portfolios. Digital for websites, submissions, social media. Physical for gallery interviews, in-person pitches, and local exhibitions. You will also be introduced to CVS and artist statements, online gallery building tools, Behance, ArtStation, Wix, etc. Watermarking techniques. 7. Entering the professional world. We conclude with professional launch preparation, applying to juried exhibitions, submitting to art competitions, working with galleries and art consultants, establishing a social media presence, building an art mailing list, crafting a consistent brand identity and bio, learning outcomes. By the end of Module 10, you will be able to execute final detailing, glazing, and edge refinement for realism artworks, preserve, seal, and frame artwork to professional archival standards, present and critique their work objectively and constructively, create a compelling, polished, and market-ready portfolio, navigate the early stages of entering the professional art world,